Welcome to episode 8 of this month's rendition of The Legal Scoop, our monthly webinar series where we discuss recent notable wins here at LOMAD. Today, I'm joined by Brian Prince, who's a partner with the firm and is going to talk about a recent win that he had involved an attempt at loading finger SLU awards into a hand SLU. Say hello, Brian.
Hello, Brian.
All right, so Brian, if you would, could you just give us basically the background of this case?
Yeah, sure. Basically, case established ANCR for the right ring finger, nothing else. Average weekly wage been set. We paid the guy a bunch of awards, and the matter came on for permanency. And Claimant's doctor did, the thing that a lot of doctors do, which is not filling out their C4.3 themselves and kind of doing it poorly. So on the C4.3, it said an 11% schedule loss use to the right ring finger, which we accepted because disability exceeds. But in the guy's report, he did some kind of crazy convoluted thing where he tried to load it up into a hand schedule. And so, we accepted the finger schedule. They issued a proposed decision. Claimant's counsel objected to that, and matter came on for a hearing.
Okay.
So
why don't you explain, this idea of loading when you have a schedule loss of use in the fingers into being an SLU of the hand and being worth more money?
Sure. So the idea of loading is basically when you injure more than one finger, when there's residual defects in them that are great enough, the overall disability is kind of a greater than its sum of its parts sort of thing. And that's what loading's there to kind of compensate for. Biggest problem in this case is that only one finger is established, and all of the loading mechanisms require at least two. So that was Claimant's first hurdle, and the first thing we pointed out, that you can't loop in unestablished conditions to try to get loading. From there, the doctor went and calculated his SLU of the ring finger incorrectly. It actually should have been 5% higher and should have been 50%, not the 45% that he found. But then he found, just because there was weakness, that the claimant should get loading, which is also not the case. There's board panels that say that. From there, he took 33% load of three fingers are involved. So then in calculating this crazy hand schedule, he went and found 33% schedules for the three fingers that he was trying to implicate, despite the fact that these two had full range of motion. And only if you got all of those things wrong did any money move, because even if loading applied, even if it was based on the 50% instead of 55% schedule of the ring finger, even if it's given an extra 30% load, disability still exceeds schedule. So we got into the hearing. Claimant's counsel just basically said, I've reviewed the guidelines and the permanency opinion's correct. I'm like, this will be fun. And the judge agreed. So Claimant's attorney vowed that they'd be appealing that decision, but they still have the deadlines tomorrow. So.
That's fantastic. So
I guess we gotta hand it to them.
So I think that's a great example of something that we focus on quite a bit here at LOMAD, that Brian's actually sort of our resident expert on, which is not taking an SLU award or opinion at face value. It sounds like here the doctor got into some sort of shady business and trying to come up with a convoluted explanation for why actually this claimant needs an SLU award for the hand, and there's going to be a lot more money moving than you would have anticipated with an injury to the ring finger. So congratulations, Brian. I think that's an outstanding result, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you again soon about another SLU win in the future.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks for having me.